Before we begin today's ceremony, I want to take this opportunity to express Boxing Canada's appreciation to Boxing Manitoba, and in particular, Brendan McManus, Andy Veslin, and David Johnson, and also their entire team for hosting this year's National Championships and supporting this afternoon's Hall of Fame ceremony. Please join me in thanking them all. I also want to acknowledge our Executive Director, Chris Lindsay, for his leadership in revitalizing this program and ensuring it remains an important part of Boxing Canada's history. Thank you. Year out, they search our country for coaches, athletes, officials, and builders to make sure those individuals who have helped build Boxing Canada get the recognition they deserve. So thank you to our Hall of Fame. Clapping now until you get this. My name is Ryan O'Shea, and I have the honor of serving as the current president of Boxing Canada. This afternoon, it is a privilege to welcome two exceptional individuals into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame. Men who have been mentors, role models, and leaders in our sport, and whose contributions have strengthened boxing in lasting ways. I also want to share on a personal note that I consider both of these inductees to be my friends, colleagues, and mentors who have supported and guided me throughout my journey in this sport. It's truly an honor to welcome both of you to the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame. Our first inductee this evening is Mr. Roland Labbe. Roland, please come join me up at the front of the room. Roland's influence on Boxing Canada has never been about headlines or personal recognition. His legacy is defined by humility, integrity, and a lifelong commitment to fairness and service. His journey began in 1992, not as an athlete, but as an official who believed deeply in protecting the integrity of our sport. From the start, Roland distinguished himself through calm decision-making, consistency, and professionalism. Boxers, coaches, and officials across this country have come to trust his judgment and respect the standard that he has set for us all, both inside and outside of the ring. From his home in Edmonton, Roland founded the Avenue Boxing Club, a gym that became a pillar of his community. It welcomed young people from every background, giving them discipline, confidence, and a sense of belonging. As an international three-star referee and judge, Roland represented Canada at major multi-sport competitions, including the 2006 Commonwealth Games in Melbourne, Australia, and the 2012 Olympic Games in London, England. His leadership and integrity made him a natural mentor, and he was soon called upon to train, evaluate, and guide referees and judges from around the world. His mentorship helped develop the next generation of Canadian officials, including those who recently represented our country at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. Roland's commitment to developing referees and judges reaches well beyond the international stage. He has been a constant presence at provincial and national events, always generous with his time, guidance, and feedback. Whether he's mentoring new officials taking their first steps or supporting those preparing for higher levels of certification, Roland plays an active role in strengthening the entire officials' pathway in Canada. His steady leadership has helped shape a culture of professionalism and integrity within Boxing Canada's officials program, and his influence will continue to be felt for years to come. As president and head official of Boxing Alberta, he ensured that grassroots development, athlete pathways, and official education remain strong and sustainable. Roland also played a key role within Boxing Canada, serving for a decade on the Referee and Judges Commission and later on our board of directors, including as vice president. His leadership helped strengthen governance, reinforce fairness, and support the growth of our sport across the country. For more than 3 decades, Roland Labbe has been a steady, trusted, and principled leader within Boxing Canada. His impact lives in the officials he has trained, the athletes he has supported, the communities he has strengthened, and the values that he embodies. On a personal level, I want to thank Roland for the mentorship and guidance he has offered me over the years. His example has helped shape my own approach to leadership, integrity, and service in this sport. Tonight we honor not only what you have accomplished, Roland, but the standard that you have set for future generations of officials and boxing leaders. On behalf of the athletes, coaches, officials, and the entire Boxing Canada community, it is my privilege to welcome you to the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame.
I guess I'm supposed to say something. I have to say I'm very happy and proud that my family share this moment. It means a lot to me. I love you guys a lot, and I appreciate the sacrifices you've made by letting me travel all over the world to reach my goals and my dreams. Thank you so much. So, every official's dream and goal is to go to. Okay? I mean, it's given just like any athlete. That is our aim. I made it. And I gotta tell you, this moment far surpasses that goal or that dream. This is incredible. I am so honored and proud to accept this award. Like, it really means something. Ryan has said that, I work with some of the officials and mentored some people. A lot of them, I helped steer them in the right direction. But it wasn't just me, it was more them. Okay? So all I want to ask is that if I did help you, when you go forward, I want you to pay it forward. Pass it on to the next generation. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, so we have one other thing for you here.
Okay.
So this is a present from, of course, Rival Rep Canada, but Russ, another one of the Hall of Fame members, who has made you a Thank you so much.
So I'm about to say a few nice words about our next inductee, but I'm going to take this opportunity to say, with the Hall of Fame ceremonies, the good thing is we get to recognize the people who helped build our sport. The bad thing is we go back into archives and photos. I'm not sure if any of you, Ryan was in a boy band in the 90s. So, there you go.
He looks the same.
Scary standing around across the ring from a guy in Portugal. It's a real honor to stand here tonight to recognize someone who has given so much of himself to Canadian boxing. In the gym, in the ring, in the boardroom, and in his community. Ryan Savage, please come join me at the front of the ring. Ryan's story is one of perseverance, purpose, and service. His journey began as an athlete of remarkable talent and discipline. A three-time national boxing champion, he represented Canada in over 160 bouts, including more than 40 international competitions across 12 countries. He proudly wore the maple leaf at the 2000 Olympic Games qualifiers, the 2001 Francophone Games in Ottawa, where he captured a bronze medal, and the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester, England. When Ryan's competitive career ended, he didn't walk away from our sport. He actually leaned in even further. He founded the United Boxing Club in Winnipeg, creating a place where young athletes could learn the same lessons that shaped him. United became more than a gym. It became a community, a home for athletes and families built on respect, integrity, and a strong sense of belonging. Ryan went on to earn his Level 3 coaching certification, and he proudly represented Canada as a coach at both the 2006 Commonwealth Games in Melbourne, Australia, and the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing, China. When the sport needed strong, principled leadership, Ryan stepped up again, this time as Vice President and later as President of Boxing Canada. Those who held this role know that it's not glamorous work. It's countless hours, difficult conversations, and at times decisions that test your character. But Ryan approached it with the same calm integrity that defined his time in the ring. He always put athletes first, and he led with the strongest sense of fairness and conviction. Professionally, Ryan built a respected legal career as a partner of Taylor McCaffrey LLP, specializing in labor and employment law. His colleagues describe him as steady, ethical, and deeply committed to helping others, the same qualities that have made him a great leader within Boxing Canada. But perhaps one of Ryan's most remarkable contributions has been through an event that has become a Winnipeg tradition, the Melee Gala. For more than a decade, Ryan has led this annual fundraiser gala through United Boxing Club, bringing together amateur athletes, community leaders, and corporate supporters for a night that celebrates our sport while giving back to those in need. It's more than just a boxing event. It's a showcase of heart and community spirit. This event embodies who Ryan is, somebody who uses our sport to uplift others and strengthens the communities that he is a part of. Through every chapter, as an athlete, a coach, president, lawyer, and community leader, Ryan has lived the values that define our sport: humility, respect, and service. He's someone who's never sought recognition, but always delivered results. For those of us who care deeply about this sport, Ryan's example reminds us why we do this work. Not for titles or applause, but to leave the sport better than we found it. So tonight, as we induct him into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame, we honor not just your achievements, but we honor your legacy. A legacy of giving, of building, and of serving something greater than yourself. On behalf of all of the athletes, coaches, officials, and our entire Boxing Canada community, it is truly my privilege to welcome you into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame.
I'm very humbled by this honor, and I very much want to thank the people who helped make it happen. I understand that to be Grant Butt, Phil Nativita, Boxing Manitoba, and of course the Hall of Fame Selection Committee. I acknowledge the great athletes and people with whom I am joining as a member of the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame. And I'm, again, very humbled for the award. I fell in love with the sport at age 12. I spent 15 years as a competitive athlete, 17 years as a director of Boxing Canada, including over a decade as vice president and a term as president. I spent 20 years as an owner of a not-for-profit boxing club in the city. And I spent over 20 years as a coach and a volunteer, and 38 years as a loyal member of this organization. As an athlete, I had the privilege of traveling the world while representing Canada for over 7 years. I had the privilege of being a carded athlete for 7 years, which meant that in addition to receiving government funding, I had all of my post-secondary education paid for, including my law degree. I was very fortunate. During my years in law school, I had the privilege of working with the Canadian women's volleyball team. Those are fantastic years. I retired my career in 2003 at age 27 when I got my call to the bar and I met the love of my life, my now wife. Ages 12 to 27, my competitive years, those are formidable years. And I spent them totally engulfed and in love with the sport of boxing, and very much influenced by the people that I was surrounded by. Boxing has given me humility, resilience, discipline, and a community that feels like family. Boxing has taught me many life lessons. Here are the top 3. 1, as tough as you are, there's always somebody better or bigger, and there's always room for improvement. 2, To improve, you have to A, have a good attitude, B, work hard, and 3, work well with the team that you have around you, whoever that may be. Lastly, it is not the achievement of the goal that matters, it's the path to achieving it that matters. Success can take many forms. Boxing again has taught me to be kind, to be humble, and to give back to the community. I am forever grateful to every single person who influenced my life and supported me through my athletic journey. I recognize that my induction is not because of my athletic accomplishments, which pale in comparison to some of the other athletes in the Hall of Fame, including Mike Strange, Troy Ross, who are both here, and Lennox Lewis, and some of the other athletes that are in. For decades, I have been committed, and I remain committed, to giving back to the sport of boxing, and to use the sport of boxing to give back to the community. I believe strongly that we have a duty to do the best that you can, the circumstances that you have, and to give back more than you take. I've received so much from this sport, so many opportunities, that I am dedicated for the rest of my life to give back to this sport and the people who are in it. Almost immediately after retirement, I was able to use my law degree to help in a successful appeal with SDRCC relating to the 2004 Olympic Games. We won a significant decision that resulted in the selection of Benoit Gauthier, Jean Pascal, and Trevor Stewartson being selected for the 2004 Canadian Olympic team. That case helped me appreciate that I was in a position to give back. I was in a position, given my athletic career, given my position as a lawyer, to give back to the community in real meaningful ways. And so the year after, 2005, I joined the board of directors, not realizing it was going to be a 17-year journey. But I did that to give back to the organization and to the people that are in it. I've worked with numerous board members over those years, and it was great experiences with all of them, including Ryan Roche's dad, John Roche. I had the privilege of working as vice president to John, and I know that your parents would be very happy about where you are, Ryan. As indicated in 2006, I opened up United Boxing Club, and I have been using that club to give back to the community as much as possible. For 20 years, we've produced numerous national champions. We have helped countless people change their lives. We have showcased Olympic-style boxing in a positive light, and we have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for various charitable and not-for-profit organizations in the city. I remained involved with Boxing Canada, both as past president and as general counsel. I have very close relationships with Ryan O'Shea, the current president of Boxing Canada, and the now recently re-elected vice president of the World Boxing Association, which is absolutely fantastic. Ryan is a fantastic person. He's a fantastic leader. Boxing Canada is very lucky to have him. Finally, I want to acknowledge and thank a few specific individuals who have had a huge impact on my life, particularly leading up to this acknowledgement. First, I want to thank my wife and my kids for allowing me to spend all the volunteer times that I have throughout my life to give back to the sport. I want to thank my parents, Robert Savage and my mom, Dorothy Savage, who passed away unfortunately some time ago. My mom was not a fan of me boxing. She absolutely hated it. She couldn't stand me boxing. But despite that, she supported me. She took me to the gym every day when I was young, 12 years old. She was driving me to the gym, waiting for me to train. She'd drive me to weigh-in. She'd take me to competitions. She couldn't watch me box. She would have to hide around the corner smoking to relieve her nerves. But that level of support, notwithstanding that she didn't want me to do it, she knew that is what I was passionate about, and that was what mattered. So I thank her. I thank my coaches, Ken Johnson, Mark Hollins, Greg Bruno, Dean Ponovic, Vinny and Val Ryan, and all other national and provincial coaches who are a part of my growth. Vinny and Val in particular took me into their home and treated me like their son while I was on the national team. And that level of investment is rare, and I think that in particular. I want to thank Taylor McCaffrey for being an awesome firm. I connected with Taylor McCaffrey because of my relationships with the women's volleyball team. Fantastic years. And at that time, Taylor McCaffrey was a big sponsor of the volleyball team. And to go to support these athletes and see Taylor McCaffrey everywhere, and I was like, wow, I love a firm that commits that kind of energy to amateur sport. And so I've been with Taylor McCaffrey for 24 years now. I've been a partner for 14 years, and it's been an absolutely fantastic ride. And I thank everybody who's who's part of the firm, for allowing me for all the unbillable hours that I've spent giving back to the sport. I particularly want to thank Jeff Palomar, who's here today, for being my mentor and ongoing role model. As a lawyer, he's helped me grow much in the same way as I try to help other athletes grow in my gym. Jeff has been a big supporter and mentor for me personally. Lastly, I want to thank everybody in the room who's had parts, however small, in my development as a person and as an athlete and on a pathway to achieving this honor. Again, it truly is a big honor, and I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you.
So just to close things up, I know we've got some more boxing. Thanks again to everyone who's come out to support Boxing Canada, support this year's national championships, and please, one last round of applause for our two inductees, Ryan.
And of course, courtesy of our national team sponsor, Rival Boxing Gear, another custom glove to commemorate everything you've contributed to this.